Football closes out their homestand.
And swim and dive dives in.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown. Welcome into the Penguin Rundown. I'm Monica Kurjan alongside Abigail Cloutier. Abigail, a lot of interesting things happening in YSU sports lately. Football is undefeated and looks to continue that feat while they open up conference play this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. And swim and dive is doing some exciting things. They're starting their season, and for the first time ever, we have a men's team. So we're really excited about that.
I am really excited about that, and I think you're going to get us started with a team that was away this weekend, and that's men's golf.
The men's golf team returned to play after a break of nearly 3 weeks. The Gwins headed out to Akron to compete in the Firestone Invitational on Monday and Tuesday. The team finished in 9th place with a total of 884. Junior Ken Keller led the men, scoring a 3-round score of 218 and tying for 18th place. Also participating for the Penguins were junior Kevin Scher, who tied for 41st with a 223, freshman Cole Chrisman, who tied for 46 with a 224, sophomore Brian Corduple, who tied for 50th with a 225, and junior Zach Ford, who tied for 59th with a 228. The men's golf team has 2 invitationals left in their fall season, with the next being the Health Plan Mountaineer Invitational in West Virginia on October 7th and 8th. Best of luck to the team as they continue their season.
Coming up, the women's golf team will head to Silver Lake, Ohio to compete in Akron's Silver Lake Shootout at the Silver Lake Country Club. They had this past week to prepare and reflect on their performance in the Nittany Lion Invitational. There, the Penguins finished 11th as a team with a total score of 939. It was another strong finish for Puthita Conruti, coming in tied for 14th overall. It was the sophomore's 3rd straight top 15 finish. Conruti will look to keep her high level of play going and improve alongside the team as the season progresses. Good luck to Conruti and the rest of the women in their upcoming match. For results from that match, tune into the next episode of Penguin Rundown.
Battling at home, the women's soccer team fell to IUPUI with a final score of 3-0. Despite the loss, Kate McEachern walked away with 6 saves. 7 Gwins were able to record a shot, including forward Regan Lavigna, forward Marcella Sizer, and Kylan Harper. After this loss at Farmers National Bank Field, the Gwins' record falls 2 wins and 8 losses, and their Horizon League record falls 0-2. The ladies also traveled to Cleveland State yesterday to take on the Vikings in their 3rd Horizon League game. Our very own Matt Morrison had the chance to catch up with head coach Brian Trump to talk about last weekend's match.
We got a lot of work to do. Don't take nothing away from IUPUI. Great team, well coached. They're sitting top of our conference right now. Very strong opponent, but yeah, definitely tested how we attack, and that's something we're going to have to work on this week. Well, Matt, one thing we don't talk about that much is stats. Unfortunately, the way we try to play, there won't be a lot of shots on goal. So for me, that's not something I focus a lot on. It'll be the quality of those chances. And there were a couple of moments, but again, not enough quality opportunities to result in a goal, which is what we want anyway. Just going to keep talking about earning something. They have to go out and earn this, and I think these next 2 days we'll start to prepare for Cleveland State. Going on the road, it's not going to be an easy opponent by any means, but it's a good rivalry between us 2 schools. So I'll be interested to see how the girls get ready to prepare for that game and go up there and have a good game for us.
In other news, the YSU soccer team has joined forces with the softball team for a new battle. They're raising funds and awareness for cancer research by selling apparel. All proceeds benefit Mercy Health in Youngstown. Be sure to get your United for a Cure hoodie, t-shirt, or long sleeve by using the link on ysusports.com. The sale will be ending on October 30th. The team will next play at home on Sunday against Northern Kentucky.
The swim and dive program held their first ever mixed red-white inter-squad meet in YSU history this past Saturday, September 28th. The whole team stole a close win of 243-237 against the red team. Top scorer of the white team, Brandon Chiang, had a fantastic performance, winning the 200-yard breaststroke, 200-yard individual medley, and the 100-yard breaststroke, leading white to victory. The top red scorer, Karan Raju had a great night, winning the 200-yard freestyle, 100-yard freestyle, 200-yard butterfly, and 500-yard freestyle to bring red into a close matchup with white. Our very own Christina Stanovich had the chance to catch up with Wilson Cannon, Kat Keller, and head coach Brad Smith to talk about the season.
So how excited are you for the meet this weekend?
You know, I am very excited for the meet this weekend. We've been training really hard. We just entered phase 2 of our four-phase program, so I'm really excited to see what we can lay down time-wise.
And what does it mean to you to be a part of this first-year men's program?
You know, getting to be a part of this first-year men's program has been such an exhilarating experience because we're all still figuring out like what it really should be like and what we need to do to ensure that the survival of this men's team happens. So it's been a lot of fun, like a ridiculous amount of fun.
And what has it been like to have the men's team around?
It's been a lot of fun. They bring a new energy to the pool deck that I haven't seen in a while. I mean, in high school I had a boys team, and my club team obviously has boys, but it's so nice to have people that are always just so carefree and making a joke out of everything, and just such a different environment.
And then has the women's team set any goals for the season?
I know we want to do better than we did last year. We all struggled towards the end. It was very tiring, and we struggled to hold on by the end of it. But I think overall, we just want to do a lot better than we did last year.
And for the men's team, obviously a new team.
Yeah.
What is that looking like right now?
Well, we got 10 guys who are, they're, I don't know if I could characterize them in 2 words, probably goofballs. They're very appreciative for the opportunity to start up this Division I program here. This is a unique opportunity. We're the only school in the country that I'm aware of that's starting up a men's program at the Division I level. So they're very fortunate, and for me, having started in May, small time period to recruit them and bring them here to campus. So it's been, these guys have been very fortunate and appreciative of the opportunity. They're working really hard. They bring a ton of energy to the pool deck every single day, and it's not just good for them; it's good for the whole team. And we've seen some phenomenal performances. Karan Raju, he's training very well. Ryan Schur, Wilson Cannon. All training very well. Zach Tomasic as well. I'd certainly look to see some great things from those boys moving forward.
Catch both the men and women opening up their season with their first meet this Saturday, October 5th at Marshall. For more on swim and dive, we send it over to Richie Giuliano and Kelsey Norris, who are waiting at the roundtable.
Welcome into the roundtable. Today we'll be discussing men's and women's dive and swim as well. The men's program is back after about 30 years, and we're really looking forward to them at YSU again and seeing all these new faces as well as old faces.
Yeah, new faces we got. New head coach Brad Smith, who Christina just talked to, previously from Vermont. This is the 3rd coach in the last 4 seasons for Youngstown State, so they're hoping he could stay around for a longer time. Also, recruited all freshmen for the swimming team and a new divers coach. They have Fenning Chen from Southern Illinois, so I know they have big expectations for this season.
Yes, Coach Smith and the men have goals of winning at their first conference together as a team, and we got to look at them, their performances, but they also want to keep the program around for another year and continue succeeding. The women's team, on the other hand, is looking forward to the new energy that the men are bringing to the pool, and they're hoping to improve as well.
Yeah, and the women's team, they got some good returners coming back. Ida Urinovich, the junior, 3 top 10 finishes last year. She is also very versatile. Competes in the 200 IM, 400 IM, the 200 freestyle, 400 freestyle, and the 1650 freestyle as well. So that's the most versatile player that we have on this team.
Yes, another returner alongside Ida is returner senior Tiffane St. Giles, and she is a senior breaststroke. She performs very well in breaststroke. She's 6th in the 200 as well as 11th in the 100 in the most recent conference play. And I think that'll just about do it for us. We're looking to this season in the pool with the swim and dive teams.
Yep. Monica and Abigail, back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. The men's tennis team played at the Joe Hunt Invitational this past weekend. The team performed well, picking up a handful of singles and doubles matches throughout the 3-day event. Freshmen Eric Grand and Laurentiu Montechesco won 3 singles matches apiece. Junior Vasilis Vardakis and freshman Will Everett each won 2 singles matches. Later on in doubles play, Everett and Vardakis were victorious yet again, winning 3 matches. Then Everett teamed up with senior Pole Virgili Blanco to win 2 more matches. The team is off this weekend in preparation for the Louisville Invitational, Friday, October 11th through Sunday.
This week on Friday, October 4th, the cross-country team will be participating at the Joe Payne Notre Dame Invitational in South Bend, Indiana. The last time the Gwins ran was September 7th at the Tommy Evans Invitational in Akron, Ohio. The Penguins placed 4th on September 7th and hope to keep the momentum going. Best of luck to the team as they compete.
The volleyball team returned home from a weekend road trip at Northern Kentucky University and Wright State University. Unfortunately, they lost both matches 3-0. Against NKU, setter Alexia Burns had 20 assists and 7 digs, while outside hitter Leah Hughes had 6 kills and 16 digs to lead the Gwins. In the match against Wright State, senior Erin Kalahar had 5 blocks and 4 kills, and Aaliyah Hughes had 10 digs. The Gwins will try to regain their momentum and compete at their first Horizon League home match this Friday against UIC Flames at 6 p.m. and then Saturday against the Milwaukee Panthers. Be sure to come out and support our Gwins at the Beagley Center.
The football team improved their record to 4-0 for the first time since the 2012 season with a 45-10 victory over Robert Morris this past Saturday. Punt returner Jake Coates and tailback Joe Alessi were named Missouri Valley Football Conference Players of the Week. Offensive lineman Jacob Zinni also received Player of the Week honors. Joe Alessi led the running attack with 146 yards on 14 carries, and Jake Coates gave the Gwins fantastic field position throughout the entirety of the game with 5 returns for 133 yards and a touchdown. His speed helped set up quarterback Nate Mays, who threw for 106 yards and a touchdown. Mays also rushed 6 times for 36 yards while adding 2 more touchdowns with his feet. Jeremiah Braswell was the leading receiver for the Gwins with 54 yards on 5 receptions. On the defensive side, the Penguins held the Colonials to an astounding 48 yards in the air and only 10 points on the scoreboard. The Gwins were able to force their 11th turnover of the season on an interception by Kyle Hedges, which set up the Gwins in great field position and ultimately a 4-possession lead. Zaire Jones continues to shine in the early part of the season as he led the defense with 6 tackles this past weekend. Our very own Christina Stainovich spoke with Coates and Alessi about their performances and what's to come.
We're named Missouri Valley Football Conference Special Teams Player of the Week. What does that mean to you?
That was a big honor to see that. They posted it on Sunday night. I was very happy to see that, but now that it's in the past now, we just got to keep focused on UNI now.
Braswell.
And these have been 4 pretty big wins so far. What's it going to take to maintain that level of dominance throughout conference?
I mean, we shouldn't change anything we've been doing. Obviously, it's working, but I think everyone needs to turn it up a notch just a little bit in everything we're doing these next 8 weeks. So that's what we need to pay attention to do.
And what are you looking forward to as you guys get into the tougher part of the season?
To show what we can do. We can do a lot. We have a really good team. We have a really good unit that can do a lot of things, and I think that this game going on the road will really show, what type of team that we are.
And you did mention the season being long. Was it helpful or hurtful, do you think, for you guys to have a bye week so early in the season?
I wouldn't say it's hurtful or anything, and I wouldn't say it's helpful. It's nice to get that before you go into conference play because now we'll be fresh going into conference, but during conference, it'll be a longer stretch, but I think that's nothing that we're not used to. Usually we have a bye week every 3rd week of the season, so it's something that we'll be used to.
The Gwins' September homestand has come to an end as the team begins conference play this Saturday when they travel to Northern Iowa. Kickoff is slated for 5 p.m. Penguin Play of the Week, we're going to send it over to a boss Braswell who has more.
Thanks, guys. This week's Penguin Play of the Week is a 63-yard punt return for a touchdown by Jake Coates. Let's take a look. Coates snags the punt, breaks a tackle, and splits 2 defenders and makes a house call. Hello, end zone from 63 yards out. That's another 6 on the board for the team. Looking at it again. Got to give credit to the teammates leading the charge and paving the way for the touchdown. The Penguins take care of Robert Morris in a 45-10 victory in the Ice Castle. Congrats to Jake on the play. We hope to see more highlights this weekend on the road. Back to you guys.
That does it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, check out YSUsports.com and follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Monica Kurjan.
And I'm Abigail Cloutier.
See you next Thursday, Penguin Nation.